All by itself it won't do anything. But if we add a magnetic field, something in the sunlight is affected by the magnets. If we increase the magnetic field, it takes off even faster. Even on a cloudy, overcast day like today, we can have as much electricity as we want. Please notice how fast that little meter is going.
Aristotle defined science as sure and evident knowledge obtained from demonstration. Well, we're demonstrating something to you, and it's evident that it's making electricity. St. Thomas Aquinas defined science as knowledge of things from their causes. This is the Crookes radiometer, and we can say that Robert Crookes was the first person to actually study and prove that there was a radiant energy radiating from the sun, and in fact any kind of object that gives off light will cause this radiometer to react because of the radiation coming from it. So I want to talk about radiation. I want to talk a lot about radiation. I believe that what we have is a whole new science of radiation that is opening up before us. In order to be a chief engineer of solar radiation, first of all you have to be an assistant engineer, and you have to discover how to control this thing. There has to be a way of determining its strength and flow. We have to have a power plant. We have to discover under what circumstances this little receptor, this radiation receptor that we call a sundial, we have to discover the circumstances where it works every single time. There has to be cross connects and safety devices. We also need help from the scientific community in the sense of having a radiation physicist And we have to assign new names, new terminologies, and new measurements for radiant energy. And we have to discover what dangers there are to exposing living tissue and what their effects are. If, for example, if it will cause cancer or any of these other kind of things. When I show you how you can broadcast, you can actually make this thing broadcast radiation. Are we going to call that a beam of radiation that we're sending out? Will we call it beamcast? Are we truly the ones that have discovered how to make radiant electricity or radiant power?
Since the size of the drive shaft is half the size of the counter wheel, you can actually double the reading and it'll give you the number of revolutions per minute. And you're going to hear the little alarm go off. Yep. So we can say approximately, it's quite a few RPMs. You can either think of those numbers as kilowatts or dollars, or you can think of it as money in the bank, or you can think of it as electricity that's being sold to customers. And it's from the sun. Well, I don't know how else to tell you this, but inside of this thing, this is a vacuum vessel that I had built to my specifications, and what it's for is this. It allows you to evacuate all of the air out through this valve stem up here. You can take all the air out and you can actually make an artificial environment inside there. These are 3 outlets for wires to go through, and they're actually sealed so you can make a vacuum. This is just like a light bulb or like a television tube, except that you can open it up and put things in and take it out. And we're going to take this little device out of there, and we're going to put the other one in and see if we can show you some magic. But we can make electricity from sunlight, and we actually can make as much as we want. This is a little 12-volt job.